During Dr. Ford's 40 years in higher education, she quickly developed a reputation for cultivating inclusive communities and ensuring that every student, regardless of background, has an opportunity to succeed. Most recently employed as the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs at the University of Illinois at Springfield since 2014, Clarice has been described as the embodiment of leadership lived. Today, we mourn and honor the life and passing of Dr. Clarice Ford on April 19, 2020. For more than 40 years in higher education, Dr. James Hurst attained many personal as well as professional accomplishments, including military service, counseling center assistant director, dean of students, assistant vice president, professor of psychology, vice president for student affairs, father of 4, grandfather to 13, and great-grandfather to 22. Through his skills, knowledge, and creativity, he impacted a wide range of theorists and practitioners and is most well known for his scholarship in the fields of counseling and student affairs. Today, we remember his kindness and humility as we mourn and honor the life and passing of Dr. James Hurst on May 3, 2020. During her 43 years in higher education at the U.S. Department of Education and the University of North Carolina at Wilmington, Dr. Pat Leonard showed a constant embodiment of strength, inspiration, leadership, empathy, empowerment, compassion, humor, and love in all aspects of her work. She was well known for nurturing generation after generation of future leaders, serving as Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs for over 24 years, making UNC Wilmington one of ACPA and Diverse Magazine's most promising places to work in student affairs as recently as 2020. Today, we remember Dr. Leonard's selfless spirit as we mourn and honor her life and passing on June 2, 2020. During his 24 years in higher education, Bob Coffey provided leadership in higher education, including serving in roles at Michigan State University, the University of Michigan, the University of New Hampshire, Illinois State University, and the University of Vermont. Bob was an active contributor to ACPA, including leadership on convention planning teams, and as a past chair of the Commission for Global Dimensions of Student Development, where he was instrumental in connecting ACPA with the Canadian Association of College and University Student Services. He was most well known as an enthusiastic advocate for international students, helping to build bridges for students looking to study in the United States, particularly at his beloved Michigan State University. We remember Bob Coffey Jr.'s life, his humor, and his contagious joy today, as we mourn his passing on July 12, 2020. For over 35 years in higher education, Mary Jo Russell O'Grady attained many professional accomplishments, including serving as Dean of Students at Pace University, New York City for 22 years, serving on NASPA Region 2 Advisory Board, and writing and editing Crisis, Compassion, and Resiliency in Student Affairs. Most well known for her efforts benefiting students in need or crisis, she dedicated her time and efforts to caring for the Pace University community in the aftermath of 9/11, Superstorm Sandy, and the New York City blackout, in addition to the countless personal crises of everyday life. We remember Mary Jo Russell O'Grady's life and legacy today and mourn her passing on August 8, 2020. In her 6 years in higher education, Jaleesa Olivia Morris passed away on October 24, 2020, having attained many of her professional goals in supporting students at Young Harris College, the University of West Georgia, and Guilford College. She was passionate about involvement in ACPA, having served as an ambassador, the Ambassador Program Coordinator, and Sponsored Programs Coordinator in the Graduate Students and New Professionals Community of Practice. For her efforts, Jaleesa was awarded the Dr. Melanie McClellan Professional of the Year Award and the Graduate Student of the Year Award by the Association for Student Conduct Administration. We offer our condolences to her twin sister Janelle and their loving family and friends and celebrate her life today with a resolution that reminds us to always see the good, to have faith, and to have fun. During her 37 years in higher education, Dr. Pat Carney attained many professional accomplishments, including serving as the Assistant Vice Chancellor and Executive Director of Student Housing and Financial Aid at the University of California, Davis, serving as the 49th President of ACPA, serving as a key consultant for the UC Merced campus while in development, and having a residence hall named in her honor. Dr. Carney is perhaps most well known for her efforts benefiting inclusion for students and staff, creating a departmental commitment statement for UC Davis student housing that ultimately transformed into the Principles of Community at UC Davis that is still a vital document today, creating living learning communities and developing academic support centers in residential areas. Today, we mourn and honor the life and passing of Dr. Pat Carney on November 23, 2020. Although they were not directly a part of the ACPA membership in recent years, our student affairs community also mourns the passing of Alicia Lawrence, Annie Aversa, Marianne Adams, TJ Jackson, Willie Young, and Michael Haney. Retired as of June 30th, 2020, Dr. Deb Liddell served the student affairs community for over 40 years as a scholar, educator, researcher, and mentor to many, including 29 years at the University of Iowa. Dr. Liddell is also well known for extensive research and leadership roles in ACPA, and most notably as the most recent editor of the Journal of College Student Development. She is the recipient of numerous association awards, including selected as an ACPA Senior Scholar in 2013, Diamond Honoree in 2010, recipient of the Outstanding Assessment Research Award in 2003, and the Annuit Coeptis Senior Professional Award distinction in 2001. Above all, we celebrate Deb as a fierce advocate for students. We congratulate Dr. Deb Liddell on her retirement and wish her well with this resolution today. Dr. Larry Roper, professor in the School of Language, Culture, and Society and coordinator of the College Student Services Administration Program and former vice provost for student affairs at Oregon State University, announced his retirement on June 30th, 2020. Following a 40-year career, which also included professional roles at St. John Fisher's College, Beaver College, now known as Arcadia University, and St. Joseph's University, Larry has dedicated much of his time in retirement to working with homeless youth in Portland. Dr. Roper is a long-standing member of ACPA and NASPA, having served as editor of the NASPA Journal, program chair for a joint ACPA-NASPA convention, and project director for the Leadership for Institutional Change in Higher Education initiative, funded by the Kellogg Foundation. He was a recipient of ACPA's Senior Scholar Diplomat and a Diamond Honoree Award, as well as NASPA's Outstanding Dean Award and a pillar of the profession. He is first and foremost a teacher and someone with whom many of us have looked for inspiration and guidance, a skilled administrator, narrative storyteller, scholar, master supervisor, and mentor. We congratulate Dr. Larry Roper on his retirement and wish him well with this resolution today. Dr. Thomas J. Greitz served as Assistant Provost for Student Support Services at Stockton University until his retirement on July 1st, 2020, after a 50-year career in student affairs and higher education. Tom is a founding member of the National Academic Advising Association, NACADA, where he served as president for 2 terms and conference program chair 3 times. Tom has received multiple national and regional awards from NACADA and was a member of the first editorial board of the NACADA Journal, where he currently serves as senior editor. He is a consummate administrator, educator, and scholar, and he will continue his professional efforts by teaching his transfer seminar course, Contemporary American Education, and advising student athletes. We congratulate Dr. Thomas Greitz and wish him well on his post-retirement activities. Dr. Ernie Pascarella, who was a scholar, mentor, and teacher to many, retired in July 2020 after a 45-year career in student affairs and higher education. His illustrious career included roles as professor and director of the Center for Research on Undergraduate Education at the University of Iowa for 23 years, as professor at the University of Illinois Chicago, and assistant professor at Syracuse University. Dr. Pascarella is one of the most cited scholars in higher education, and his book with Patrick Terrazzini, How College Affects Students, is among the most influential in the field. His accolades and recognitions are many, including receiving 3 Purple Hearts and the Bronze Star following his military service, the 1992 ACPA Contribution to Knowledge Award, and selection as a 1999 ACPA Foundation Diamond Honoree. We thank Dr. Ernie Pascarella for his career of leadership and service. We congratulate him on his retirement and wish him well with this resolution today. Dr. Dallas W. Bauman III spent the last 40 years of his 51-year career in student affairs and higher education at Stony Brook University, where he retired on September 30th, 2020, as the Assistant Vice President for Campus Residences. Throughout his career, Dallas was an exemplary leader who had a significant impact on the lives of students, staff, and countless others through his research, practice, teaching, and service. Dr. Bauman III had also been an active leader in ACPA and the ACPA Foundation, having served as a foundation trustee for many years, and perhaps most known as champion and advocate for the Next Gen program. He was distinguished as an ACPA Diamond Honoree inductee in 2013 and later received the Outstanding Service to the ACPA Foundation Award in 2020. In his retirement years, we wish him peace and prosperity and plenty of time to enjoy his love of wine, travel, and landscaping. We congratulate Dr. Dallas Bauman III on his retirement and wish him well. After 46 years at the College of St. Rose, Mike Diatilio announced his retirement as of October 2, 2020. Over his career, he held numerous positions at the college, including Executive Director of Government and Community Affairs, Senior Student Affairs Officer, Adjunct Professor, and Dean of Administration and Auxiliary Services. Mike was active in ACPA throughout his career, including roles as ACPA Foundation Board Trustee, longtime convention volunteer and placement coordinator, and member of an ACPA convention task force. He is a recipient of the 1999 Diamond Honoree Award, 2005 Presidential Task Force Medallion, and 2009 Esther Lloyd Jones Professional Service Award. We thank Mike Diatilio for his many years of service to ACPA and student affairs. We congratulate and wish him well with this resolution today. Dr. Susan R. Jones served the profession of student affairs and higher education as an influential and groundbreaking scholar, professional leader, generous and gracious collaborator, gifted writer, author, and editor, and beloved teacher and advisor for over 40 years. Dr. Jones announced her retirement on January 1, 2021, after an illustrious career including 19 years as a faculty member at The Ohio State University, 9 years at the University of Maryland College Park, 10 years at Trinity College, and 1-year stints at St. Lawrence University and the University of Vermont. She has been the recipient of numerous awards and recognitions from ACPA, including Diamond Honoree, Senior and Emerging Scholar, Annuit Coeptus Senior, and Emerging, and was the 2015 recipient of the Contribution to Knowledge Award. Known to many as Dr. Research in the dynamic duo of doctors research and practice, we congratulate Susan on her retirement and wish her well as she pedals her bike into the next chapter of life. Dr. Merrill A. Simon of California State University at Northridge has announced her upcoming retirement on May 24, 2021, after 32 years of service in college counseling and student affairs. Merrill is most known for excelling in doing it all. She is the consummate educator, counselor, leader, manager, program developer, and researcher, infusing all with the spirit of mentorship. There are hundreds of individual stories of her efforts to nurture students to blossom into well-rounded student affairs professionals and counselors. Dr. Simon has also been a longtime member of ACPA and leader in the Commission for Professional Preparation. We congratulate Dr. Merrill A. Simon on her upcoming retirement and wish her well with this resolution today. ACPA celebrates a number of entity groups on reaching milestone anniversaries this year. We congratulate 10 commissions on reaching their 60th anniversary in 2021. The Commission for Administrative Leadership, now known as the Senior Level Community of Practice, the Commission for Admissions, Orientation, and First-Year Experience, the Commission for Assessment and Evaluation, the Commission for Career Services, the Commission for Counseling and Psychological Services, the Commission for Global Dimensions of Student Development, the Commission for Housing and Residential Life, the Commission for Professional Preparation, the Recreation, Athletics, and Wellness Commission, the Commission for Student Involvement, and the Commission for Two-Year Colleges. We also congratulate the Missouri College Personnel Association on 50 years of leadership and the Colorado College Personnel Association on their 20th anniversary. Each of these ACPA leadership and involvement groups have provided their membership with innovative, personal, and accessible professional development, scholarship, and networking. Congratulations to many ACPA entity groups celebrating milestone anniversaries this year for your impact, leadership, and service to the higher education community.